fixing up an exterior light today. Bought this one from Brico Marsh. Seems to deform a little bit when you do the screws up, which is strange. Let's see how the other bit goes on. With a rubber gasket. This cable I've been gifted as a 4-core, so I'm going to do away with that one. Don't need that one. Comes with a straightforward connecting block. Red to brown. I'm not connected to anything electrically, this is just getting the lamp in position, ready for connection. Okay. These bolts are retained within the housing of the lamp. Okay. Need to have a nut ready. So, try and tuck that wire away as tidily as possible. Goes a washer. Washer. Try and find that one now.
Around this bed are onions, and I planted them early in the season, so I think they are ready to be harvested, because as you see, the leaves have already fallen into one side. So yeah, it's one. Harvest this one, because I think they're ready. Not badly to harvest.
Right, cladding. We under-ordered our first lot because we wanted a certain size. They didn't have a certain size, so they gave us a guesstimate of what we wanted, and it was way out. So we've been back and bought some more cladding, enough to finish this back side. These white battens you can see have been fixed on. pretty much the same all the way round, and this will be the first piece of cladding on the back. I drew a couple of holes to get me started. Got to take that away now and countersink them and screw that in, and from there on in it's just a case of slotting it together and drilling it on.
How many did you have to order again?
There's 26 across, and I've ordered a couple of extras to do the soffits and what have you at the top. So painted up 5 ready to go on. I'll screw them on. Hey, good morning. Beautiful day. Up above me here on the house side of the cabin, you'll see that I've put a barge board and soffit in a box shape. This will later take some vents that will be fitted into it, as well as the guttering. So now that we've clad the forest side, I've got to get up and do the same box system on that side. The difference is there's a bit of a drop off to the next terrace, so we've only got probably 5 feet of working space, so I can't set up the platform, so I'm going to have to work off of a ladder, but if I'm careful and do a bit at a time, it should be fine. So you see here it drops off about 6 feet from about 5 to 6 feet out. So I've got these boards here to put the ladders on, so it's relatively safe. These are my planks ready to go up. Drilled a couple of guesstimate holes, I think I'm alright. Got to try and lift one of these up into position and fix it with a couple of screws, and from there I can start taking measurements for the battens and the other bits, the supports and the brackets, to hold the rest of it. So I'm going to gingerly climb up this ladder now and try and get the first piece in place. First piece in place. You'll notice at that end I'd put a piece of timber to butt up against to make sure this was level with the edge of the roofing, and I've got to put battens along here now, and then the bottom will screw up into the batten. So that's a simple technique that it is. So step 2 is that's affixed. Now I've got to get a batten up. Now you can see how the bottom's going to be. I've got this offcut in here to get my spacing right. And what I did on the other side, when I drilled these holes to fix it, I drilled them up at an angle, because obviously it's not easy to get the drill in. But because they're at an angle, as you can see on this one, they can be drilled in. And then once I get my full length up here, I can fix up through that and into that batten. Okay, so this soffit board, barge board, I'm not sure what to call it. Jen calls it a box. It's got to go up in 2 sections, because obviously I haven't got 4 metre lengths of tongue and groove, but first part's up there, just needs a touch over with some paint. Just starting on the second part now, so I've cut it to size, drilled 3 holes. Going to attempt to climb up the ladder and put it in position, and I'll probably ask Jen to pass the drill up, because I made the mistake recently of carrying a piece of wood in one hand, a drill in the other, and I felt myself going back a little bit on the ladder. The only thing I had to grab on with was one spare finger, which just about held my weight, but I did have a sort of a sprained wrist for about 3 days, so my new rule is never climb up the ladder with more than one other thing in your hand. Right Jen, if you could kindly pass the drill. Thank you. Get that lined up. We'll be going along the top of these boards with silicone. Because of the shape of it, obviously you can't get a flat surface, so be filling in all along that top edge with silicone. Stop the creatures getting in. Here we are for now. Okay, it's afternoon, lunchtime, so just going to put this bottom piece up. Just put a couple of screws in for now, then we're going to go and get some lunch. But you'll see pretty much the structure. Again, Jen's going to have to pass me the drill. Thank you all.
I'll do close up.
Yeah, I'm just going to put 2 screws in for now and sort the rest out after lunch. Okay. What I'm doing up here today is I've got some aqua paint in a terracotta colour. I'm painting this foam because it's notorious for sucking in water in the winter time and getting a bit sodden. So we're sealing it. Now there is a metal plate that you can buy that fits over that, but it's really not watertight. The water gets behind it and the foam still gets wet. So by putting this aqua paint on and sealing it, even when we do put the metal plate on afterwards, it will be sealed right from day one with the correct colour paint. A beautiful late afternoon. Side of the cabin, house, Jen wanted this waterproof socket fitted for several things. One being the pump for the water, makes it easier for her. So this was available locally. I'm considering building a small roof over the top of it, just for added protection. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure the quality of Portuguese waterproof sockets. It looks quite well made, but yeah, I mean, the roof should, we know, clear it, and we will have a gutter up there eventually, but we'll see. Tell us in the comments what you think. Should we put something above it, or should we just chance it? You've seen us fit this light. It's now connected and fairly bright. It's 60 watt. We also fitted 2 solar lights so that we can see our way to the cabin to turn the light on. The light's internal. This is quite bright. These are just a warm glow. These were quite a bargain actually. These were €5.50 from the Chinese shop. I liked them because they were black and they sort of matched in, but they do give off quite a nice light and they work perfectly well. So that's a good €11 spent there.